Good evening, or whatever time zone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iodine. I'm your host, Benny. And I'm doing some writing today. So, let's get to it, guys. Oh yeah? How'd Mossy... What does Mossy think? This is gonna be a very yawny stream tonight, guys. Let me tell you what. I'll tell you what. Stable diffusion. Web UI. Log. Images. Hopeless. Star.png. Control A. Play. Control H. Windows right. View. Full screen. End. Control end. Let us drink some agua fria. Did I rest? Or... Yeah. I got a few memes in. On a scale from 1 to America, how free are you tonight? America is the land of the free. Whatever, man. Not as how free I am. I'm working tonight. Hey there, Matt. How are you? Welcome. How are y'all tonight? Or whatever time zone it is. It is night for all of you guys, so... What you playing, Matt? You've said that you've been playing a mobile game, but I can't rightly remember if I asked which one. Oh, guys, I need to remember to take my Switch to work. Dokkan Battle! Is that what they say? Is that how it's said? Virtua Fighter 4. Look like Captain Quark. I resent that accusation. Are you talking about Quark from Deep Space Nine? Because, I mean, I think I'm a little bit more beautiful than that guy. Although, Armin Shimmerman. What a great man. Rip to a real one. Oh, from Ratchet and Ratchet and Clank. Captain... Same voice, really? Or... I look like Captain Quark? Voice actor. Captain Quark. I saw this ad and I was like, wow, is he popular enough to be in Marvel 6v6? But,
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime.
This is it. Quark is going to help us stop Chairman Drek.
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
What do you mean?
What do you think he means, genius? He's not gonna help us, he's gonna kill us!
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis, I'm not going to kill you.
why is Ratchet being so mean to Clank? I've never played any of the games, so, but like, is that a running thing? Is Ratchet just always really mean to Clank? I played Jack and Daxter. And, I guess my main platformer was Mario. Mario 64. The animal doesn't speak? I am 4 generations old now. What the flippin' heck do you mean? What the schmell are you talking about? Huh. I mean, who makes up this stuff anyway? Isn't a generation supposed to be like 20 years? Hey, guess what? I remember to post on Threads and Blue Sky. So I feel good about that. Gen Alpha was cut short at the pandemic, I assume. And people born after the pandemic are being considered Gen Beta. Do you think they're gonna accept that? Do you think they'll call it something else? The viral generation? $2025. Why? Not really, if I'm being honest. I haven't actively thought about it in a while. It's very good at knowing when I want or need it, and being on the scene when I don't. Sometimes, I'm not even sure if it's my own thoughts I'm experiencing, or my companion whispering to me. This is feeling like an info dump. Bum, bum. What if I did this? Let's check this out, guys. Watch this bull spit. Want that there. Whoa. Did I do the right one? Or did I do that one? Okay. Manage. Da, da, da. Oh my god, how do I move it? How do I get rid of it? Alright, whatever. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It can be hard to find time, man. There's only finite time in the world. There's this game called Bolero. Lado? What? Oh my god, what is this stupid game called? Why am I not seeing it? Okay. Not like Bolado or something. I thought it was called Bolero. Balatro. It's like $10 on the App Store, but I've heard from outside Xbox that it's really, really good. I don't really like card games though, you know? I've been considering picking up Pokemon Pocket or whatever. Pokemon TCG Pocket. But again, I don't really like card games. It's fucking raw. Are you talking about my thumbs after playing that? Or something? I just feel like there's so much dialogue. It's state though, but like, I know that dialogue is a given, but I just feel like, man, the dialogue is dry. Like, it doesn't sound like the kind of dialogue you might have on a date, in my opinion. It just seems like an info dump. You know? And also, I'm trying to work in, it's like, they're standing outside of the museum. Just like talking to each other and looking at the museum. Like, I need to find a part here where Vivian can be like, come on, let's just go in. Let's go in and see the stuff. But, like, I'm trying to work out why, like, I was trying to explain why Dell is kind of hesitant to want to go in, and it's mostly just because he just feels like it's kind of gauche to go and visit a museum that you paid for. But why is that gauche? Is that something, I don't know. He feels uncomfortable about it, but like, could I even just have him like not care and just go in? Should I just get rid of this entire dialogue thing about him talking about his companion? Like, it's good information to know. It's good information for me to write down. Like, but I worry I should only be writing it down for myself, and I shouldn't really necessarily describe it because it's not a big deal. It's like a very small part of the story. It's not going to figure very heavily into it. I'm basically just trying to write more dialogue for Dell. Just, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna rework a little bit. Let's see. Full screen. Oversized widget. Definitely. Yeah, but you'll pick up the pace between the romance now. I mean, this chapter is just supposed to be the first date, and then the next chapter that they're in, it's gonna jump forward by a couple of months, and they had been dating for a little while now, maybe just a couple of weeks. Yeah. Okay, now that that thing's gone, let's go back to scene 2, chapter 7, scene 2. Yeah, and it is the same story that we were talking about. Okay, I didn't say that they finished their coffees. So, after finishing their coffees, Vivian and Dell grabbed a luxurious transport. And I'm actually going to go back to scene 2, where it says, instead of their coffees were drained. I'll say, as the conversation continued and their coffees cooled, both found themselves thoroughly enjoying the experience. Okay, there's a song. The first stop on there is so I've decided they don't want to go in because they have coffee and like you know, a lot of as far as I know, a lot of museums or whatever don't like people to bring in drinks. You know. So they're... Instead of them standing outside because he's uncomfortable, or he says that he kind of already knows all the information in there. As they stood outside the entrance, nursing the last of his coffee. I feel like I'm indulging in self-congratulation. Scene between Viv and Dell in the night watching the sky. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really help you with the details, because I missed some info about the characters. That link that I gave you previously, I think it was in Discord. You can use that to read the rest of the story so far if you want. But, I think you really already have all that's really relevant of the characters right now. You don't have to. It's not necessary. Only if you want to. Sometimes I'm not even sure if it's my own thoughts I'm experiencing, or my companion whispering to me. That's a little creepy, if I'm being honest. Vivian punctuated her words with a laugh. Okay, I'm gonna put that song back in again to keep. It always makes me in cute mode. Sure. Yeah, I know what you mean. I see. I love this song too. You punctured her words with a laugh. How do you know that your companion How do you know that your companion is manipulating you? I am. Do not believe I would be in the position I am without it. Dun, 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 dun. So melancholy. I don't know. I like it. Like, the song feels to me like what's being depicted is a happy... It's a happy scene, but with an undertone that something is very wrong, or like it's not going to last. It's fleeting, and why the hell does homework even exist? Like, let kids be kids at home. It's important to be willing to learn at any time. Not just willing. Being willing to learn at any time is nice, but being able to learn at any time is useful. That's my opinion on it anyway. Like, I think it's the idea is to try and allow you to be able to, like, we associate school with learning, you know. But school is also pretty, pretty boring for most people. They don't enjoy it. It's not a very, joyous experience. But so in my mind, the reason that there would be homework is to try and separate it from all the negative things about school, all the things that you don't like about school, I think there's also a case to be made that there are some students that learning when they're in a more comfortable place, like, for example, home, could be more conducive to learning. I'm sure there are some students out there where the homework is actually what is most effective at getting them to learn their stuff. Honest opinion, teenage life is harder than adult life. I will let you believe that. That's all right. Feel free to believe that. But I don't want to give you a false image of what adult life is like. I think the thing it most depends on is your economic class. Because, yeah, working for a living, I mean, to make enough food, make enough money to be able to eat, like, the amount of pressure on that is pretty insane. Yeah, we don't have homework, but like, yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know, maybe this is considered homework. You know, trying to write this stuff is, it's definitely work. I mean, I enjoy it. I wouldn't keep doing it if I didn't enjoy it, but... Yeah, I mean, definitely the pressures on teenagers and kids is, I'm not gonna say that it's easy. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, but like, your minds are super malleable right now. Like, yeah, you might be having some troubles with certain things in school, but you're picking up like stuff subconsciously. You're learning things like at a much greater rate than adults are, and they're shoving all of this stuff at you because at this point in your life, it's going to be easier to learn this stuff than it will later in life. And if you learn this, if you are able to pick up all of this stuff, you will have a much better chance at, at work and at getting like a good high-paying job and stuff. Now, this is the issue. I've been told that my entire life, and I'm just like, for capitalism, man, so you can get a good job, that really sucks, man. And I really hope that that changes. Like, I think there should be a little bit less pressure on trying to be good at all of the things in school. And instead of, you know, punishing you for being bad at certain subjects, like, just focus on the reward for being good at like, or trying to get better. Focus on the reward for getting better at those, but also at focusing on the things that you're good at, like helping that along, your creativity. Like, I think if the schools knew more about you, they would know that you're a very creative person. So they would start, you know, putting you in a lot more classes, creative writing classes, art classes, music classes, you know, things like that. But there are still some things that are necessary, like, I mean, at this point, like, the math that you're learning may not necessarily be terribly helpful unless you wanted to get like, you know, some of the best jobs out there. And if you wanted to apply your creativity to real world things, if you decide you want to do that, then engineering requires a lot of creativity, architecture, things like that. It mixes art and math. Like, if you wanted to, create some really big things and affect very real change in the world, going into those fields is like a big deal, and you gotta be really good if you want to get into those fields. Or you don't have to be really good. You have to be good at learning. You don't have to be good at math. You have to be good at learning. I've always said it's like when you're doing math, what you shouldn't be focusing on trying to memorize everything. Focus more on how to find the information that you're looking for. Like, when you're doing a math problem, remember, like, what is this formula called, or what is the specific thing that I'm doing, like, what is it called, and where can I find it in the book or online? Like, where can I find out how this is done and how to explain it online? You're not necessarily looking online to, find like a calculator or whatever, although that's definitely possible, but calculators work a lot better when you understand what they are calculating, so like, and in specifically for like book learning where the information is, where to find it in the book, what sections they're in, when you come across them, that will also reinforce your memory of how to do it. Like, in the process of memorizing where to find all this information, you're also kind of memorizing the information itself, and you're organizing it in your brain, and for a lot of people, a lot more effective way. Alright, I've just been droning on, not paying attention. Let's see, what have you guys been saying? Not keep information at all. That's what I'm saying, Boyo. Don't try and memorize all the information. Don't try and memorize, I keep referring to math, but like even in history or whatever, instead of trying to memorize all of the information that is presented to you, try to memorize where you're going to find that information. Yeah, I think the entire schooling system needs to be overhauled. I mean, I think the schooling system in the United States, as I know it, needs to be overhauled, but I'm sure it's very similar in a lot of other places. It hasn't updated nearly as quickly as it should with what we're learning about how kids learn, you know. Schooling really definitely does need to be overhauled, and like I said, it needs to focus on the students' strengths and needs rather than some of these subjects that aren't really necessary, or may not be necessary. We need to encourage people to get, to become the best at what they're good at and what they enjoy doing. And that's not really happening. And I'm hoping that AI, as it really starts messing with capitalism, and I hope that's the way that it's going to go. I'm still not quite sure. If we could take away all of the, all these jobs, if these jobs don't need to be fulfilled, then people will be more inclined to be able to do what they want to do instead of what they have to be able to survive. That's my hope. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. I mean, I definitely agree with the statement, imagine being 13 and deciding what jobs you can get. That's fair. I wanted to be an animator for a long time. But, like, I don't know. I was never really presented with, like, what's realistic, and I feel like I wasn't really encouraged into that world, and I don't know, man. The next thing that I suggest is, do your best. Do what you can. But if you're anything like I was, you're gonna hate school right now. You're gonna have a hard time with it, and you're gonna struggle with it. But as soon as you're out of school, as soon as you don't need to go to school anymore, you're gonna really, really regret not paying attention or not doing the work. You're gonna start, as soon as you're out of school, you're gonna be like, you know what? I think learning is pretty cool. I like learning stuff. And you're gonna regret not taking the time to start learning all that stuff. You're gonna have, yeah. Now, once you get to college, it's gonna be a little bit easier to only take classes that you're particularly interested in. You will have the option to really only take the classes that you want to take. Some of the required classes might be a little dull to you or whatever, but you'll understand like why that they're required and stuff. Yeah, as soon as I was out of school, I really started enjoying learning, and have been struggling to go back. I do want to go back, but I do not believe I would be in the position I am in without it. Not, I do not believe I'd be in the position I'm in without it. Now think about learning in the way that Dell is describing here. You don't have to memorize stuff. You always have access to the internet, and you have a companion that can provide you information on anything that you want at a moment's notice at the speed of thought. You know, anything that you look at, even if you give the hint that you would like to know more about it, or you would like to know what to do with it, or anything like that, that it's immediately available to you. That whatever you're looking for about whatever you're interacting with is just available at a moment's notice. Yeah. Hey, there's a thing, Poyo. Matt has a really good idea. Like, yeah, don't ask ChatGPT to, like, answer all of your questions for you. But you can ask ChatGPT to help you make, like, an outline of the most important information in whatever lessons you're doing, Yeah. That's a really good idea. Ask it about some learning tips. Exactly, Matt. That's a very salient point. And that's kind of one thing that it was recommended to me when I started doing college again. Write down when you're, like, studying from a book, what one thing that you could do to help reinforce your learning is every chapter that you read, right? Every section that you read. Like, let's say you're reading a history book or whatever. You read the title, and as you're reading the content, like each paragraph that you read, like each block that you read of information, go to your notebook and summarize that block in, like, a single line. Maybe try and summarize it in as few words as possible, okay? And do that for every block of text, every paragraph. And in summarizing it and shortening the information and trying to note it out in its little stuff, it gets ingrained in your brain much, much easier. Yeah, that really helps. That really does help. I think that's one thing that I really didn't do much while I was in school, was note taking. I feel like I was never really taught how to take notes. I was just always told, like, yeah, have your books open and have a notebook out. But yeah, And it's not like... Don't take notes so that you can refer back to them. I mean, that's always really good, is having the ability to refer back to them in the future. But that shouldn't be the main concern about you taking notes. You take notes more so that, so that your brain learns the stuff. Just the act of like writing down the information that you're reading, it reinforces that information in your brain. Yeah. So like, you'll find that if you end up writing a lot of notes about whatever you're doing, even if you're never gonna look at the notes again, just the act of writing the notes is gonna help you to learn the content. Yeah, try not to stress. How you know that it's doing it for your benefit. Oops. Benefit and not its own. Oh my god. What's up, Boyle? It's alright, man. I'm alright with cursing in here. The only reason I don't really do it is because if I can eventually get monetized, it'll be a lot easier to maintain that monetization if I'm used to not cursing like a drunken sailor all the time. Were the benefactors the aliens who made first connection? No, the benefactors were not the observers. I think the observers are acutely aware of the benefactors. The benefactors have the ability to affect OTEC travel, to manipulate it. And the observers, while they do have that ability, it's through technology. Whereas the benefactors are just like innately capable of it. Yeah. No, I imagine the observers to basically be the, more along the lines of the classic Greys. Although, I imagine them to be, like, tall and thin and spindly. On account because typing is too loud. Suppose I don't really. So far, it's only been of benefit to me as far as I can tell. Wrote 3 sentences max since Xmas. That's alright. Maybe only 3 sentences in your actual story, but if you include just the stuff that you've been sending to me, it's more than 3 sentences, bud. You've still been doing a lot of world development, though I'm worried that maybe you haven't been writing it down, and some of the stuff that you came up with you might end up forgetting. So even if you're not writing it straight into your story, I might suggest writing it in like some notes or something. There we go again with writing notes. You should do that. Yeah, the world building channel. Just don't forget that you put it in there. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. Oh my god. I was really considering just not streaming at all today. Hopefully my nap later is fruitful. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I might just sleep all the way through it. None of the clans. Alright, have a good one, Matt. Thanks for dropping in. It's always good to see you. And I hope you have a good day at work and a good sleep. Most importantly, a good sleep. Same, but I'm sticking Yil, YJR, R&D. I don't know what any of that means. Better wash your hair if you must. You better brush your teeth if you must. You better wash your ass if you must. Unless you be funky. Bow, 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 bow. It's important to practice good hygiene, especially if you want to be on my team. See you, Matt. I suppose I don't really use for a living now. It's only been of benefit to me. Oh no, why did I do that? I was just trying to clean off my keyboard. It's only been a benefit. Oh. Keep an eye on it. At least. Vivian finished last of her coffee and stood up from in any case. And his companion to be own personal docent. Here. Am I using docent right? Docent definition. In certain universities and colleges, a member of teaching staff immediately below professional rank. Person who acts as a guide, typically on a voluntary basis in a museum, art gallery, or zoo. Fair enough. Dell said, finishing his own drink. They disposed of the containers. And approached the entrance. Alright, GPT. Describe what you know about OTEC. Briefly describe what you know about OTEC. OTEC. Also includes glass steel. Is it the formula to create which was given by the observers the same time as the OTEC product. Glass steel is used to strain the area of effect of an OTEC drive jump. But it can also be used in the production of megastructures. I'm just gonna send that. Dell has provided funding for the OTEC Museum. Provide a few brief descriptions of what the entrance to the museum might look like. Hey there, Y. What's going on? How are you doing today? Alright, Juniper.
1. A gleaming O-Tech art archway. Visitors enter through a towering arch made of smooth plasteel, softly illuminated from within by lines of gently pulsing light. Holographic displays float around it, offering historical highlights of the O-Tech Drive's discovery and development. 2. Reflective plasteel facade. The museum's facade gleams with a mirrored plasteel surface that reflects the bustling city streets outside. A wide, open foyer lies just beyond glass doors, showcasing a sleek statue depicting the first O-Tech jump in mid-transition. Number 3. Futuristic reception atrium. Beyond the main doors, the atrium features a high ceiling supported by slender plasteel columns. At the center, a revolving hologram details the O-Tech Drive schematics, greeting visitors with an immersive, ever-shifting display of technology's boundless possibilities. Number 4. Observer-inspired murals. The entrance hallway is lined with murals that pay homage to the observers, depicting stylized silhouettes passing on the formula for plasteel. Below the images, embedded lighting arcs like constellations, guiding guests toward the main exhibit halls.
Cool, cool. How did your stream go? Oh. I just realized I haven't followed you. I wasn't even aware that you did stream. What were you doing on your stream? While we play WOS writing. What's WOS? Words on stream. Is that like a game? Is it fun? I mean, I suppose if it weren't fun, you probably wouldn't be playing it, right? What's it like? building. Quite large. But still paled in comparison to the foot of the spire. Was built up against. It would be so cool if I could get paid to sleep on stream. It was designed with a blend of soft virtualism a Gothic cathedral. Design was a unique blend of Gothic architecture and architecture, soft brutalism, most of its facade. Up. And displaying. Most of its facade focusing attention to the exposed glass steel frame. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I did make some progress. I really appreciate everyone watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out patreon.com/BennyKill79 or buymeacoffee.com/BennyKill709. Either of those places if you'd like to support me, because that is me, BennyKill709. And have yourself a great rest of your time zone.